All right, let's see. Good morning, good afternoon, maybe even good evening. I'm not too sure. Let's see who else pops in here. I see Jerry. He just popped in, Jerry. Jerry, you can say hi if you'd like to. I can unmute you if you want to say hi. How are you?
Good, Rob. How are you?
Good. What's happening?
Well, I just been so busy doing other things, and I was about to put out a another email campaign.
Mhm.
I got stuck. I forgot how to do the what do you call it?
Mm.
CTAs and the email campaign. That's where I'm stuck at. And I tried to follow it on YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to follow it, but it's just I don't know. I think my platform changed. I don't know. That's what it looks like. Or maybe it's just me.
Well, let me show you just real quick before we jump in, since we're just on this topic really quick, and then we'll say hi to everybody else. Just right
Oh,
here.
certainly.
Yeah, yeah. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So if you're over here inside the dashboard and you're over under assets, oh, I'm sorry, no, campaigns right here, right? And if
Uh-huh.
you want an email campaign, you click here, and this gives
Uh-huh.
you a little walk through this little video. And then basically when you're setting these things up, blue plus button to the right, and then you just follow this sequence. The CTAs, and you're talking about the buttons below the video, right? That you want?
Yes.
Yeah. So you
That's what
gotta,
I don't know how to put together.
okay, so you
That's
just got to do that before you do this. So the
okay.
campaign will come last. You want to make sure your assets are ready to go first. So over here to the left, see where it says assets right here?
Right.
Go to calls to action here. Click
Okay.
that there. And then this little video shows you how to create them. Click the blue plus button here. And then you just give the button a name, whether it's a calendar link, it's a downloadable document, it's a website, whatever the name is. And then
Right.
come here to the type and choose what it is that's going to be the button.
Right.
So you're creating the button so it exists, right? And then you click save and close. So let's say you created that button, right? Now, over here under presets to the left, the landing pages, the preset landing pages,
Right.
that's where you're going to add it. So you click presets. Let's just pretend I want to add that button to this preset, right? I click this
Right.
little edit button here, come down here. See where it says call to actions right here?
Oh, well, that's what I missed.
Yeah, so it's right in here. So you can delete or add, and you can also move them in any order just by grabbing the little menu like that, and you can change the order. I would go
Okay.
in order of importance from left to right if you have multiples. And then when you want to add one, just click the blue plus button, click in here, and then you'll see some of them that you've created. You can also type the name of the button in there as well, and it will show up. So you can type the name or you can just click in, and then it'll show.
Awesome. That's what I missed.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rob.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you got to be have the one of the most important things ever is the the buttons below there so someone takes that action. So, yeah.
Yes. But
How's the recording?
I'm gonna hang out for a little bit and watch the rest of the video.
Sounds good. Let me know if you have any questions. Put them in the chat there, Jerry, as we kind of move along.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And let's see, Patrick. Patrick, are you new? Are you coming in new? Your last name doesn't look familiar, but if you want to say hi, Patrick, you can unmute if you'd like to. If not, you can put a one in the chat if you're new to Dubb. Two if you've been using it for a while. That will help. And then if you want to put your industry in there as well, that would be great. If you don't want to unmute there, Patrick, if you're kind of busy doing kind of multiple things, that would be great. One or a two. One if you're new, two if you're returning, that would be fantastic. Jai, welcome back as always, my friend. And then welcome into the AI note takers, obviously. So there we go. Hi, AI note takers. Okay, so let me share my screen here and let's do a quick little reminder on some things. Let's go here. All right, let me share my screen. Okay, so as a reminder, I'm actually doing a YouTube video about this. I was recording it yesterday, and I think it should be edited and done probably by the end of the week. But this is where I was talking about the importance of the GIF and using ChatGPT to come up with your hooks. So with these images right here, these animated GIFs, when you hit record, the first 3 seconds is going to be the GIF as soon as you hit record. So we just want to try to make these things as interesting as we can. This is the most straightforward style you can record. Webcam, get the Dubb mobile app on your phone, put the little whiteboard feature on there, and type a hook. Now, usually the hook's like, I think it can fit 30 something characters, probably 5 or 6 words. So we always talk about recognize your ICP, your ideal client profile. What's the use case of reaching out to them? What's the challenge that they're having? And what's your solution? So when you kind of mix all that together and you jump on ChatGPT and say, hey, I need 20 hooks that are going to be 5 to 6 words each. Here's who these people are. Here's what I'm trying to accomplish. And then it'll spit those back to you. So if we look over here on chat, I was doing this for the YouTube video yesterday. See how I put right in here, up here at the top in the prompt, right there. Please give me 25 to 6 word hooks that I can use to my prospects to click on my animated GIF preview of my video. This can be questions or statements or a combination of both. My ideal client profile are small businesses, sales teams, entrepreneurs, sales managers, and sales directors. Their challenge is breaking through the busy noise that is out there to get their prospect to respond to them. My solution is using video to grow their sales. So then when I came down here, here's that list right here. And some of these obviously I would have to shorten. But this is the whole point is they're going to give you this list and then you just give it the human pass and you kind of make it your own. You know, instead of don't send another boring email, boring emails, more life or something like that. So you can really play with these. In fact, you can just copy these, put them right back in the chat, say shorten them and make them a little wittier or whatever the adjustment is for that. But this hook that you're seeing right here, these hooks, you want to be able to take them and put them here on the whiteboard like this. And then you also want to be able to use a variant of that same hook up here in the subject line because obviously they have to get here before they get there and they see the animated GIF. And then always put the word video when you're sending these videos out. It's rare that you see it in the inbox. It will stand out because you don't normally see the word video. Just try to have this hook up here similar to this hook right here. Now, whether you're using this style, again, webcam, you could also use the same webcam and drop a virtual background behind, do something like that. Person's profile, company website, article, screenshot that you want to share, property, update, anything to give context. You also can do a combination of both of those things. So this would be a combination of the virtual background and I'm holding the whiteboard. So Sarah sees her profile and I have a question for her, which is where the hook would be. So you can do a combination of both those things on the webcam. Now you also have other styles that you can do. You can do something like this, which is a screen recorder, browser-based screen recorder called the Chrome extension. Any website that you want to be on top of, you can put yourself in a bubble, a square, a rectangle, and you can point things out when you're on that site. In this case, it's a market update in real estate. It's very clear that's what it is. The title is right there. The annotations that you can use are pointing right at the bubble. And again, I'm holding up that whiteboard because I have a specific message about the market update. Now, if you just waved and just did a smile, that's great. But I think if you go a little bit deeper and just hold that message in there, ooh, there's a big change in the market. And that could have even been more specific. It could have been, right, prices are up, prices are down, there's a rate change. There could have been all kinds of stuff you could have put in here to make it a little more specific for someone to click on. You also could do something that looks like this. This is with the mobile app. We got picture in picture. This is a lot of fun to use if you're doing property walkthroughs. If you're at events, if you're not in real estate and you're at an event with a bunch of people, you can get the event, say, hey, I'm here at this event. And then each Dubb video has a QR code. So someone could scan the QR code and say, oh, yeah, I was at that event too. And then you could send this out to people after the event. You can do a walk and talk with a prospect where you're kind of going outside. Maybe you're going on a little nature walk and hey, just want to send you this quick video thinking about that scenario that we talked about or that challenge. You also can use this style to reach out on LinkedIn, which I'll show you in a little bit, which is a little different than our other style that we use. But this is a nice mobile app version that you can use both cameras on the phone and really kind of get pretty creative visually when you're explaining something. You also are going to have this style right here from the mobile app. You can put a virtual background behind you, whether it's a property, article, website, someone's profile, screenshot of something important. Maybe it's a form that they filled out, a third-party form where you're about to reach out and say, hey, I saw you filled this out. You can also do stuff like this, where you can have the name above, text on the screen. So just like we saw before, where you're holding up the whiteboard with a hook, if you're on your phone, you can type the hook above your head and send it out for a mobile. So again, these are all about context and hooks. Now, you also can do something real estate wise, like this. I could have a property behind me. Maybe someone's interested in a property. Hey, quick fact about 1234 Jane Street. Maybe it's an expired. You have a fact about what you could do better than the last person who tried to sell the property. So it could be a FISBO. Hey, Why this is Fizbo? No, Fizz no. You could do some kind of fun concept with that. You could also do with a Fizbo maybe like a quick tip on how to sell their home quicker. Might sound counterintuitive, but giving them that help and tip, and then when it doesn't work out, they're going to come back to you in terms of trust. So these are all different visual ways to really, really, really kind of break through and people notice you, and then they're going to want to click. So if someone clicks on this video that they've gotten, they're like, oh, yeah, this is interesting. I see the hook right there. Okay, great. I'm going to click on it. And then they're brought to the landing page, which we call presets, which I was just showing at the top to Jerry. Presets are what we call these landing pages. So it's going to have your logo at the top left. These initial videos that you create will be right here in the center. Playlist videos will be off to the right. Playlist videos are great for additional information. Anything where you really want to hammer home some, about yourself and what you do with your product or services, you can record a video one time as your pitch video, and it will always play after this initial video. Because this initial video should really be about that hook and value that you're talking about, it should also really, really not be more than 30 or 40 seconds. Deliver the value, have them take an action by clicking a button below, and then move on. You can kind of mention that, look, video is going to play right after this. It's going to be about, why you should work with me, etc. And then that video you record one time will always play seamlessly right after. If you do have video testimonials, this is a really good spot for them right in that playlist. Kind of closes the loop here. Now, below here, you have your buttons. What do you want them to do? Booking a time with a calendar link is probably the most popular one, but you can have them visit websites, you can have them download documents, listing agreement, contracts, fill out a form, email them back. Reply with video is really good to get these video testimonials that I just mentioned. You can send someone a quick video and have that button below and say, hey, listen, we'd love to get a video testimonial from you. Click the reply with video button below. And then when they send it back to you, you just put it right here in the playlist. You could also have these links down here be reviews. If you're in your industry and you want to get reviews from someone, like say you already have video testimonials, which is great, but you want to get reviews on the different sites that are within your industry. You can make a video out up there to everyone, do a bulk send to everybody. Hey, listen, it's Rob. Listen, would love to get a review from you. I have all the links below. They're going to take you right there to leave a review. It would really mean a lot. Thanks very much. And then the links could be reviews to the review sites to leave those reviews. The last part of this page is your AI, the sales assistant off to the right. So the AI sales assistant, Sia, does a good job of where when someone gets this video, if they do have questions, they can come right over here to the right. You can have up to 20 different FAQs. You can ask the AI a question directly, and the AI is going to give an answer, and then it's going to push for your desired outcome. So it's going to kind of be in sync with the CTAs over to the left. Now, when you're setting up this AI, part of the setup is saying, what would you like them to do after? And then, okay, I want them to book a time in my calendar. So Sia is going to give the answer and then have the little link down here to the right and say, are you ready to book a time with Rob? Give the answer and then say, are you ready to move forward? Keeps the momentum going. It doesn't just give an answer and then not remind you there's some action to be taken. The education of SIA is done with individual website links. It will learn physically what's in text on those pages. And then also you can upload a PDF inside there as well. See how it gave the answer right here and see how it says book a time with Rob here at the end. Now, these SIAs can be different kinds of AIs because when we look at these landing pages, we want to think about preset landing pages in terms of different segments of our audience that we're speaking to. So, if I was in recruitment and I dealt with employers and candidates, I would want a page for employers, I would want a page for candidates. And these AIs can be specific to the landing pages. So, if I was reaching out to the employers in recruiting, I would have my employer Sia on this page as an AI assistant that would only know what it needs to know about, selling employers and getting them to come on board. So every different landing page that you have for different segments of your audience should be specific to those folks, and the AIs can be specific to those folks as well. So the splits in real estate buyers, sellers, FSBOs, expireds, insurance, different kinds of insurance, different kinds of mortgage, different industries with coaching and consulting, all those different splits that you can do. Okay, so recording these, the simplest kind right here. How do we record something that looks like this, or looks like this, or even looks like this, which is just a combination of both? That's going to be with your webcam inside of Dubb. So when you land in here in the platform, just click the red camera icon right up here at the top. It's going to open up the camera. And then you're going to get the Dubb mobile app on your phone. And when you have the Dubb mobile app, this is where this button is going to be. So you have the mobile app, it is going to be a whiteboard feature button, which is going to be right there at the top, that little square right there next to the crown. And when you click on that, that's where you're going to type right there. And when you do type, this is where you're going to have your hook, name, statement, question, all the stuff that we talked about before. You also can adjust this little down button down here. It's going to zoom you in if you want a tighter clip. Back over here, back yourself up. You can use a teleprompter if you want to use it. So if you have some scripts that are saved in the Dubb platform, you can click up in here, create a new script, choose a script that's already there, or search for a script by name just by typing it. And that's if you have it saved in Dubb. Speed of the teleprompter, which is right here, testing the speed with the play button, backing the text off, or zooming in. And if you want to close it, tap right there to close. Now, if you want to get the virtual background that you saw, just go below, select virtual background, go to your photos, come in here, and upload any of those screenshots we talked about. That creates a library. There it is. And then just select the one that you want. I'm going to go with, let's go this one up here at the top. And then I have that virtual background behind me. And this is where I can do a combination of both. This is where I can have my hook right here. So we'll do a full combination of it. I'll come in here. I'll even use the teleprompter too. Hit record, and it would be like this. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. We use video, automation, and contact management to create connections, conversations, and conversions. Pause if you want to stop. Click this again down here to resume. There are a number of aspects to Dubb. There's the recording of videos, the customization and professionally packaging of those videos. There's also the sharing and distribution of those videos with the communication channels you are already using, like Gmail, Outlook, and social media. And then I can hit this right here, the red button, the red X, that's going to be delete the video. Make say, are you sure I want to delete it? And then if you do want to save this, it's the check mark right here. So I'm going to close the teleprompter here and just kind of best practice here. Good light in front. Don't bring your arms out into the soup. Keep them right here within your shoulder range. And to save, I'm going to hit the check mark. So this is the most straightforward style you can do. No virtual background, holding up the hook, virtual background like this, or a combination of all three like this. Because it's about giving as much context as you can. I'm going to click the hook right here. I mean, click the hook. I'm going to click the check mark, and that's going to save it into the platform. Any video that you save into Dubb is going to take you to the video edit page inside the platform. And when a video is saved inside there, you have some options, and I'll show you what that looks like. So any video that gets saved, these are your options. You can change the title up here at the top. Just click the pencil icon. I'll just call this test 10. Click the check mark to save it. That'll save the internal title so you know what it is inside the video library. You can download the MP4 version of this video. Every Dubb video has an MP4 version you can download. You also can come over here to the right and preview what this video looks like on the preset landing page. I can just click this button here, opens up in a separate tab. There's my video, there's my playlist, there's my buttons, there's my SIA. Yep, everything looks great. And then if I want to change it to a different preset landing page, click the little drop down and just choose a different one down here. Obviously, this is presupposed because you've already created all the different pages you need, and you would choose it from there. You also can upload this directly to YouTube if you have a YouTube channel. You can go over here to the right and click on your QR code. Every Dubb video has one. So if you are doing physical mailers or door hangers or anything like that, create a fun video that says, hey, thanks for pulling me out of the mail stack. Thanks for taking me off the door. You also can do it at live events, like I mentioned earlier. If you're at these events and you have a pre-made video that says, hey, it was great meeting you at the event, just have that on your phone with the QR code. They scan it, and then they can see the video, take an action later to book a time and keep in touch with you. And then below here, you have analytics. So over here to the left, the team created Kyra, which is an AI video coach. So when you do create these videos, you can get immediate feedback once you're done recording them. It'll give you a breakdown on your delivery analysis in terms of your, repetition, filler words, positivity, cadence, all that good stuff. It will also give you feedback on your visuals, and it will give you feedback on the content itself. As much as it can in terms of how, educated it is on how you should present it. So just click generate, and then it'll start to process that over there. Over here to the right, you have activity. So we haven't sent this video anywhere yet, but when we do, you can really drill down on what people have done. Have they clicked on any buttons? Have they clicked on an email? Have they watched the video? If they did, what percentage of that video did they watch? Did they just view the page? And all of that is important because it really enables you to follow up in a really smart way, specifically. So as you can see over here with Kyra, like I was mentioning, content feedback, it'll give you that here, and then it will give you visual feedback right here. So really good right after you're done recording. Then you have a details tab here. Now this details tab is going to remind you what is on that preset landing page. It's going to say, hey, by the way, remember you've got these call to action buttons below your video. Remember you have this sales assistant and you have these playlist videos that are going to play after this. Now, if I had sent this video to someone and I just forgot, I'm like, oh man, I really wanted to change a button and I want to get rid of one of these videos. I can still make those changes, blue plus button, delete, and it will retroactively refresh itself on the other side, even though I've already sent it out to someone. You also have an editing tab. Every Dubb video that's saved into Dubb can be edited. You can hit the play button. Hi, this is Rob from. You can either do that or drag the timeline down here. See, I'm dragging it down here at the bottom. So let's say I want to cut this part out right here. Drag it to the first cut point. Select your scissors. Click it. Now it's cut in two pieces. Drag this or play this to the second cut point. Let's just say it's here. Scissors. And then just click on whatever one you want to get rid of. And whatever is highlighted in orange, just hit the delete and it's gone. And then if you want to bring everything back, undo, 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 and you are right back to the beginning. You also have a design tab. When you click this here, you actually can drag or play this to a different part of the video if you'd like the animated GIF. Remember, it's the first 3 seconds when you hit record. If you'd like a different part of that video to be the animated GIF, you can do that here, or you can upload your own thumbnail. But again, to be efficient, I would just be ready when you hit record. Now, this video that we recorded, how would we share this? We recorded it really simply. We got it on a landing page with our buttons, our playlist videos, our AI assistant. Now we just want to share it. So when we open up an email, just open up a compose, and then you're going to remember to put the word video in the subject line like we talked about before. The hook we talked about at the top, right? A hook. A little bit of words in here in terms of why you should watch the video. And then to drop the video in, you can do this in a few ways. So the first way is with the integration we have with Gmail and Outlook 365. This little Dubb button down here is a shortcut in Gmail, and Outlook is off to the right. The reason this button exists is because of the screen recorder that I was talking about earlier when I showed the market update. This is a browser-based screen recorder called the Dubb Chrome extension, and it's right up here at the top. And we're going to use this after this. I'll show you what it does. But when you Google Dubb Chrome extension and you get this thing pinned up here and logged in, that's when this little button down here is going to show up. And it's basically just a shortcut. So when you select this here, it's going to open up the recorder. We're going to use it in a bit. And then see me scrolling through my video library down to the bottom right. Now I'm just going to find the video that I want. So let's just say it's this one. I'm going to click advanced options. I'm going to put the email in of the person I'm sending it to. I can even add a little personalization text to the top of the video if I want. And then I just click insert and it drops it right in just like that. And that's right from within the email client. Now also inside Dubb, like we just saw when we have that video here, I can click the big blue share and send button too. So I can click this right here. Again, put the email in for tracking, add a little personalization text, click copy for email, and then it's just a copy and paste. And you drop it in just like that. So both ways to be able to do that. Now, speaking of the Chrome extension, which is that screen recorder we're talking about, that was the one where I showed this in the beginning and it looks like this, where you can record something on top of any website that you want. So let's use LinkedIn as an example as we show what's possible with this. So if we're over here on LinkedIn, remember you have the Dubb Chrome extension now, the screen recorder. It's pinned right up here at the top, right up here. So we're going to select this here. It's going to open up. And when it opens up, it's going to put me right on the page. You want to think about shape, size, and placement on these different websites that you're on top of. So for LinkedIn, because I could change it to rectangle, phone shape, square. I'm going to go circle because I'm going to keep it in the style of LinkedIn as a circle. Size-wise, I don't want to go too big because I don't want to cover everything that I'm trying to show. But I'm going to probably go about that size, maybe like right there. And I'm going to put myself right next to Ruben. It's always good to kind of creatively put yourself in a neat spot on someone's site, depending on what you're trying to show. You can zoom yourself in if you want a tighter frame with this, or you can back up by the directionals right up here at the top. You also can move yourself around inside here if you want to kind of give yourself a better frame. You can jump to full screen when you like to make points. Go back to the page. You also can come over here to the right and turn your camera off right over here. Just click it off. If you ever wanted to send someone a website that you were talking about to a client that they were already your client, maybe you already know them, you don't need to be on camera, you can do that. You also can technically use a headshot if you wanted to, but I would only do those scenarios when you already know the person. But as far as a prospect, I would stay video, and then you also can put a virtual background inside the bubble here if you want to do that as well. You also have an annotation tool, sits right over here to the left that we're going to use in a little bit. I'll show you how to use that. You have a teleprompter. Every recording option inside of Dubb has a teleprompter. This one's, it has similarities. You have the speed like we looked at before, right? You can choose your speed, back to text off, all the same stuff. But this one's different because you can move it and you also can manipulate the sides like this. So I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to put it towards the camera at the top as far as I can go. Now, when I use this, because the Chrome extension is a browser-based screen recorder, you just want to be careful you don't go full screen or move this thing up too far because now I can't get to the teleprompter tab. I can't click on it to use it. So you want to leave a little bit of space. So when I hit record, I'm able to tap this thing and bring it forward to use it. You have three orientations to record with Chrome. Right now, currently, I'm on tab, which means when I hit record, it's only going to get this clean cut of the page. You won't see any of the tabs at the top. If I go screen, you will see the entire screen. That's only if I wanted to start on LinkedIn and say, hey, Ruben, listen, let me show you something on this other website. And I can click a tab at the top, and the camera and webcam will follow me over. So it'll bounce around to different tabs if you want that. However, the teleprompter will show in the recording in a full screen. It does not show on the tab option. If you ever want to use a teleprompter recording your full screen, that's what the Dubb desktop app, which is a screen recorder, we'll see right after this. And then you also have the camera option as well. That would be for a webcam, but we're not going to use that for this because we want to be on Ruben's page. We want him to see the site. So now we're all set up. We're set up here. I'm going to hit record. Oh, actually, one more step you want to do. You could just smile and wave, but why not take it to another level? Use the same hook or, whatever hook's appropriate. You did your research, you know what you're going to say. Add this to the bubble. That way they get even more context like this. So I'm going to hit record over here to the right. I'm going to choose my tab. There it is. I'm going to click share. And this is what it would be like with a recording. Hey, Ruben, what's going on? Listen, I wanted to reach out because I wanted to talk to you about the book that you had written because there's a lot of stuff in there that a lot of my clients would agree with. And I want to talk to you about maybe you can do a little podcast interview with you about that. So anyway, you have your hook there. That's my animated GIF. That's what I did. And then I jumped to full screen. You don't have to do this. I just like doing it to take control of the screen and kind of make a point and then go back. But if you want to jump to full screen, hover over your bubble, your webcam with your mouse, double click the screen to go back. Or you can click the little button that sits right here. It brings you here. And then click the button down here at the bottom to bring you back. Just helps to really kind of hammer home points on things. Now you can also move around a little bit if you'd like to. You can hit the pause button right down here at the bottom if you want to stop the recording. You also can again use your annotations, which are right over here to the left. So you can do this, you can do text on screen, you can do numeric numbering in terms of this point's important, this is important, this is important. You can draw on the screen, you can do circles, and all of these annotations are going to stay sticky. They're not going to follow you if you decide to move down the screen, which is convenient. So if you're going to reach out on LinkedIn, this is a really good way to do it. If you're going to share a website like a market update in real estate, an article with the industry that you're in, a company website, whatever it is that's in the browser, this is a nice way to hit record and be right on the page when you're talking about something. So I'm going to hit the save button right down here like we did before. It's the check mark. And now it's going to do the same thing that happened with the webcam video. It's going to save it into Dubb and it's going to take us to the video edit page inside of the platform. Now, how do we send that video we just made on LinkedIn? Because we're over here. How do we do that? How do we send it to Ruben? Well, you want to connect with someone first. I wouldn't send a video with a connection request. Connect with them first, then click the message button down here at the bottom. And that is where you're going to see that little Dubb button right down here that we saw in Gmail. That's the integration we have with LinkedIn. Click it here, and then come over here to the right. There's my video. Click insert. Then you can even highlight this text and change it to something a little more personable. Click send, and then Ruben's going to see that nice animated GIF inside that inbox right inside here, which is what you want him to see, which will totally stand out. Now, as far as screen recorders, Chrome extension, browser-based, you just saw that. But what about the Dubb desktop app? What does the desktop app do? The desktop app is kind of like imagine a drone that's just flying over everything on your computer. That's what the Dubb desktop is. Chrome is just inside the browser. So Google Dubb desktop app if you don't have it already. Then you'll download it from Mac or PC, and then you'll have a little Dubb symbol up here at the top or at the bottom. I'm going to click View Quick Menu, and this is what the desktop app does. It does a number of things. But we're going to look at screen recordings, okay? So let me pull up this first. I'll pull up this site and we'll use this as an example. Let's pretend we use LinkedIn again, right? Here we go. So I'll open up here, view quick menu. I'm going to click record screen. And when I click record screen, I'm going to show you the similarities and differences with Chrome that you just saw. What's different? What's the same? Well, the first thing that's going to be the same is going to be the actual webcam itself and its functionality. It does all the same stuff that we just saw, virtual background, size, shape, everything. So that's the same. The annotation tool is very similar. It does all of the same stuff. The only difference is when you use the annotations with the desktop app one, they don't stay sticky. So you need to show them and then move on. So they don't stick like the Chrome does. And then the teleprompter is a little bit different than the Chrome as well. Does not show in a full screen recording, which is awesome. And then when you click in here and you find your script, then let's just grab this one right here. The first option you're going to notice right over here is auto track. This is not on the webcam. This is not on Chrome. This is voice recognition. So when you hit record, it's going to go at your own pace. Which I kind of like some days. Other days I like to use scroll. If you want to use voice recognition, it's the first option. It's auto track. It's already on. If you want to use the scroll speed instead, just click the auto track button and that will turn it off. And now you can drag your speed like this, just like the other ones. And you can choose your speed and use that if you'd like to. So it's whatever you're more comfortable with. You can just click and close one and close the other. Now, the recording options here, this is a big difference. So there is this red slash right down here in this little box right here. And when I hit record, that means I'm going to get my whole screen, everything on it. But if I get rid of this red slash just by clicking it, now I have a drop down of choices in terms of the borders of what I want to record. So right now it's on custom. I like this one the best. I can move this around and I can crop around anything I want to crop around. So if I was reaching out to Ruben, I could really get specific and crop in like this, even closer. Because remember, Chrome did the tab, right? But this can go right to just this square right here. I probably reduce my size just a little bit and I would still use the hook like I used before with the phone. And then you have a really tight cut right inside of here. So you can get very specific on any website on top of any document. This is not beholden to the browser. So if you have some kind of doc pulled up or a contract or a listing agreement and you want to crop exactly around it and frame it and walk someone through something, you can do that. You can do the same thing with videos. If you pull up a video, put it on mute. You can be on top of it, talk about what's happening in the back. You also can pull up a Canvas slide or a slide deck and be on top of that as well. So it's really convenient in terms of what you can be on top of and what you can show in the recording. You also can click below here and choose a different option. I can go 16 by 9, YouTube orientation. I can even click below and do portrait and go skinny, just like this for social media. So just put it on top of anything, move it around. If I was going to send Ruben a quick video, I could just put it like this, and now I have the vertical option for it. So a lot of options with the desktop app that you have. Now the recording, this is what the recording would look like. So I'm going to click the record button down the bottom, the red one down there. I'm going to click it, and now it's recording. And here we go. And now I am recording, and I'm recording a screen recording right here. I'm going to hit the check mark down at the bottom. And when I hit that check mark, it's not going to save it into Dubb. That's the big difference with the desktop. When I click the check mark, it's going to reveal that you've just recorded a clip. So the desktop app, we're going to record a bunch of clips together, and then we're going to merge them into one video. So totally different than the Chrome extension, which is one video you pause and resume. This is recording in clips. So it gives you the ability to drag and drop videos from your computer. If you have an MP4 file on there you want to make part of the story, remember every Dubb video you can download the MP4. So if you have a video you like inside of Dubb, download it, make it part of this video. Just drop it right in. Now, this is a screen recording clip I just recorded. What do I do if I want to keep recording? What do I do now? So I have three options down to the bottom left, three creative icons. The first one all the way to the left is record screen video. That's what I just did. Let's just say I want to go back there and do it again. I'm going to click that button It's going to bring me right back to where I was. And now I'm going to click record again. And I'm just recording a second clip. That's it. I'm right back in the same spot that I was doing before, and I'm recording. Check mark, saving it. There's my second clip. And these clips I can physically move around in any order that I would like, so I don't have to do them in chronological order. I also can click the three dot menu of every single clip and download or delete it. Keep the ones I like, get rid of the ones I don't. Now, I also can continue recording with the webcam clip. So you see it says record webcam video down to the bottom left. I'm going to click that there. And the reason I'm clicking it is because it's like isolating yourself to talk about something specific. It's different than the visuals they just saw, and I want to talk about something very specific. Click the check mark. There's that clip that I can move in any order that I want. The last option that you have is Dubb Narrator. Narrator gives you the ability to play pre-recorded videos inside of that bubble that you can place wherever you want. It's convenient because you can take the time with a teleprompter from webcam, deliver, let's say, a market update. I deliver all the script, I'm talking about it, I have it recorded. Now I just pull up the market update website, I grab that video, put it inside the bubble, and now the pre-recorded version of me is talking about the market update. And all I have to do is just scroll around and use annotations if I want. Same thing for LinkedIn. If I had a certain subset of people I was reaching out to on LinkedIn, that one video message would suffice for all of them, and I don't have to say their name, then I can record something once and then just put that video on top of their different profiles. So it's a pretty neat function. So if I wanted to do that here, I would tap record narrator video. It's going to bring me inside my video library. And let's just pretend that this is the video. Which one do we want to use? This one. There we go. And then it's going to put me on the screen just like this. There I am. And then all I have to do is hit record. And now the pre-recorded version of me is going to do the talking. Hi, this is Rob from Dubb. We are the sales operating system. You can pause and resume, all that good stuff. And now we have our clips in here. Now we want to merge them all into one video. So I'm going to click the edit button all the way to the right. It's going to merge everything together into one video that's now here. Before we even save this into Dubb, the Dubb desktop app even has an editor that you can use right here. It's very similar to the one we just saw inside of Dubb. You can hit the play button, and now you can drag your timeline like we did before. All you have to do is hit your scissor icon to split something, drag it again, split, and then just click on the part you want to get rid of. Trash can, gone. And if you want to bring everything back, undo, 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 and you're right back to the beginning. Then you can download the MP4 version of the video right over here before you save it if you want to. If it's a super long video, I would have downloaded each individual clip just in case, and I would download it now if it was really long, like a YouTube video like we've done. And then I would upload it. If it's just a regular short video, you can just hit upload. Totally up to you. You have that option. So download the MP4, and then you can upload it into the platform right there. Now, the last creative way to record with this is going to be the mobile app. So if you haven't used the mobile app, this is something that's really neat to do. And you don't have to be on the go to use it. You could literally be sitting at your desk. You could be at your home office. You can do portrait. You can do landscape. The cameras are fantastic. And it gives you a lot of flexibility in terms of some other options that you have. It's like having a little recording studio. So Dubb right here, if I wanted to record something, just tap the blue camera icon at the bottom. That opens up the camera. And then to record, I'm going to tap the circle at the bottom. I'm going to get my 3, 2, 1 countdown because I have a countdown on, just like this. Timer is here. Timer is here. You can pause this right here. I'm going to tap the circle again. And now I've recorded a clip, just like the desktop app that we just saw. I'm going to hit record again, just so we have a couple clips in here. Each clip has to be at least 2 seconds to register. There we go. There's my second clip. Both of these clips have been downloaded to my phone, so I have them in my photo video area. I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to grab one for a second, pause it, and then I can slide. So you can slide these in any order, just like the desktop app. It doesn't have to be chronological. If I tap a clip individually, that's going to give me a number of options that you see right here. I'm going to click the edit option. This is where I can add text above my head, like you saw earlier. That's what that hook would be. I can click the text icon, add text, different color, different size, different font, move it where you want to. I always leave some space on top or put it below, like right here. You can do voiceover if you want to. You can speed up the action. You can add music, all within each individual clip. Now, these icons over here to the right, what are they? Well, if you click the tooltip at the top, the little eye icon, it's going to tell you everything that these things do. And then tap it again to close it. Now, the countdown timer that I have on, the 3, 2, 1, that's this button right here. You can tap that there and just choose the one you want. If you want some video stabilization, like if you're doing a walk and talk and it's kind of shaky, you can click this icon here, and then you can choose low, medium, or high, and that'll smooth it out as you're walking. Teleprompter, right here. So if you want to click that there, just come in here and choose your script. When you have it, here's your speed like we saw before. Hit your play button, see if you like it. If you want to make any changes, click the editing pencil icon here. If you're recording and you're looking up here at the camera, but your eyes are wandering here, they're not staying at the top, slide this guardrail up. So if I slide it up, now there's nothing to look at here. I have to keep my eyes at the top, which is where you want them, close to the camera. Now, if you want to use auto track, like we did with the desktop app that you saw, select the gear icon here, hit auto track here, hit record, and now it's going to go at my pace and highlight the words. Telling a prospect that you're just following up, that's like not using AI and video to grow your sales. And then you can pause it and do all that. So tap the gear icon here, either auto track or auto scroll, and then decide which one you want to use. Now, if you recorded a video outside of the Dubb mobile app and you want to drop it in here, click this little folder button. It's going to take you to your photo video area on your phone, find the video you want. It'll ask you, do you want to add clips? You say yes, drop it right in here. If you want to record your screen, it's this icon. If you want filters, skin smoothing, black and white, color gradations, it's this icon right here. And if you want picture in picture like we showed in the beginning, that's this one right here. So when I select this one, it's going to show what's in front of me. And now I can hit record and I can move myself around like this. I can make myself bigger, smaller. I can zoom into the background. All of those are great options when you use picture in picture. Last one down here is virtual background. Like we saw in the beginning, you can put things behind you, profiles, articles, companies, properties. Click here. So take screenshots on your phone, click here, and then it makes that virtual background right behind you just like this. And then when you're ready to merge these clips all into one video, hit this button to the top right, the blue arrow. It's going to merge everything together. You're going to get a finished copy on your phone of that video. And then you also can upload it into the platform with the blue upload button, which sits right there. So those are the different creative ways to record. That's how we put it on a landing page. That's how we share them. There's also a lot of other options with Dubb. We have AI writers, we have AI avatars, all kinds of different options you have, but those are kind of the basic looks in terms of things that you can record and things that you can send. Okay, so let's see. Patrick, if you want to turn your mic on, you can, my friend, if you'd like. Kind of see, get your take on some things. I know we didn't chat at the top. I didn't see anything in the chat as far as your if you're a one or a two, if you're new to Dubb, if you're kind of returning. If you want to unmute, you can. If not, just let me know in the chat. Jai, what's going on, my friend? I'll pop over to you. What's up, Jai?
Hey Rob, yeah, I am new.
Oh, Patrick, you're there. How are you, my friend?
Yes, I am. Good, good. How
Yeah,
you?
what's your industry, Patrick? What do you do?
My industry actually is, let's call it online visibility when it comes to businesses,
Okay.
specifically when it comes to the Google Business Profile, optimizing that, making sure that they're leveraging what is available there for them to take leverage of
Mhm.
in order to get new customers to understand who they are and what they're about and remind old customers why they picked them in the first place.
Nice. That's always a good one. Yeah. How have you been currently reaching out? Like you doing like the whole like phone, text, email, like text, what have you been doing for outreach?
A lot of it has actually been in person, but
Oh,
we're
really?
going to want to and have to, just for the purpose of scaling,
Yeah.
have to automate some of that and have it be and exist in the virtual world, even if
Yeah.
it's an evergreen sort of situation.
Sure.
Just because that's going to be us not having to have
Mm.
several of the same conversation when it can all be a video that gets sent somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's true. And listen, in person's great, but if you can't be in person, it's kind of like this guy. You ever heard of Jeffrey Gitomer? You ever heard that name before? Do you know that Jeffrey Gitomer?
Sounds good.
Yeah, he wrote a bunch of books on sales. He's a funny guy. He uses Dubb. He's really good. And his old expression used to be, if you can't be in person, phone is best. But now video almost kind of replaces that a little bit, whereas phone kind of drops to third almost. So if you can't be in person, the next best thing is seeing your face and hearing your voice and all that great stuff that you would normally get, on video.
I could agree with that. if for nothing more than the fact that there are a lot of companies that are especially based in the marketing space like me
Yeah.
that will send you emails or send you a bunch of things that are essentially nameless and faceless.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once you get someone who's willing to actually put themselves onto a camera or
Hmm.
put themselves in front of you in a way that they didn't particularly have to, but they want to,
Yeah.
there's a credibility that's involved.
Yeah, that's the thing that we've found, like since for years now doing this, like a lot of the feedback we get is, when it's just different, a lot of the times, and I always say this in these trainings, and maybe someday it won't be true, but I mean, the word video in a subject line on an email is very rare to see. It's very rare. Like when you see video is the first thing you read in a subject line, and there's something else. So, and most people when they send videos drop YouTube links or Vimeo links and then they're off into the wilderness, Like being able to get them to a landing page where they can learn more and stay self-contained and then take an action is a big thing.
I agree. Yeah, speaking to someone and having it not be a nebulous situation where you're referencing some YouTube video or something of that nature that doesn't really have anything specifically to do with them
Yeah.
is different than saying, hi, Rob.
Yeah. So it's totally different. I mean, like a lot of the stuff, it's like the tricks of the trade with messaging. There's all kinds of different ways to feel like you're speaking to someone, even if you're not saying their name. You could have their name above the video. I mean, with the AI integrations, all that kind of stuff, there's a lot happening. But the one kind of thing that is the center of all of it is someone hearing you, seeing you, and listening to you. And that's one of the biggest things. Um, your use case, so in person, you're going to start doing this. Are you going to do any LinkedIn outreach? Do you have an email list that you're going to be referring from? Are there referrals? How do you kind of get the leads?
I will be doing some LinkedIn outreach, and we actually have a pretty nifty situation involved when we have our client base actually doing referrals for us and with us. There is a monetary incentive to doing that.
Nice.
So that will happen a lot. So where we can leverage the relationship that we already have into newer relationships, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
But where it comes to someone not knowing who I am,
Hmm.
being able to, number one, educate them, but number two,
Yeah.
have them begin to know, like, and trust me without me physically having to be in the room with them,
Sure.
that makes
Yeah.
all the difference.
Yes. And I think for this, I'm always like big on use case and then use the tech, especially when you're first starting out. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like you're checking it out. Like you're in the free trial, right, Patrick? Is that where you're on?
Yeah,
Okay.
currently. But
Yeah.
we will
So
be going into production here very soon. We're going to stick with it.
okay, so if you and then we do a whole account setup and everything. So once you get on one of the plans, the team will meet with you and help you set everything up that I showed.
Mhm.
But in the meantime, if you want to do this, I'll put this in the chat. I always put this in here, and people have been doing this, which is pretty cool. It's feedback at Dubb. It's an email address. So when you're testing this out, if you want to do like the LinkedIn example, like later on when this recording is on YouTube, if you want to
Mhm.
watch it back, send me a request on LinkedIn. I'll accept it. And then you could send a practice video over to me if you want to, and I can give you feedback if you want, like just pretending I'm a prospect if you want to do that.
Sure, I'd love to do that.
Yeah. So here's the next link. I want to put this in the chat too. I just put the YouTube link in there. So first one's feedback at Dubb. That's the email. Second one is where this recording is going to be in a couple hours on YouTube.
Okay.
Yep. So you'll be able to go back. That's what people do. They come to the trainings, we do some Q&A, they watch some stuff, then they go back to that specific part they want to know about. Oh, that's the one where they use the webcam and hold the phone. Oh, that's the LinkedIn one. Oh, that's this. And then they'll go back and do that.
Yeah, I can see there being a lot of that for me.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of like, I think to not get tech overwhelmed, even people that are really techy, they still just want to focus on the one or two things they want to do. So I think for you right now, you mentioned LinkedIn, just start with LinkedIn. And I think get the Dubb mobile app on your phone because I was using that whiteboard. So the whiteboard's almost a very consistent. It's not I just think it's a nice way to take it to another level. Like if I saw someone's video and there was a hook that I could relate to, some question or statement, whether I'm in the webcam scenario or I'm in a bubble on top of their profile, those are pretty nice things to kind of almost prime someone before they even click on it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Anything else on your mind before we go?
No, I think I'm good.
Patrick, thanks for coming in, my friend. It's always nice to have new people in here. And we have Jai in here who's he's fantastic with Dubb. He's been with us for a long time. He's definitely a power user and he's fantastic with us. So we always have some returners that are in here as well. And we got a good community. So welcome aboard, almost, sort of.
Thanks. You can see me a lot, I promise.
All right, I'll be here. All right, guys. Thanks so much for coming in. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.